everyone. I am Katrina Hanshaw with Christian Dahlin Lending Team. Good morning.
Good morning, Katrina.
Hi.
Hi, good morning. I am Lisa Wayman with Corner Escrow, and we are officially on our first episode of our podcast.
Yep.
Whoop, whoop.
Super
So
exciting.
So you and I have been talking about this
Yes.
for a long time, right?
Yeah, so for about a month now,
Yes.
we've been collaborating and meeting and doing our FaceTimes and our
Yes.
texting, and we decided, hey, let's just do it now. You know, more than ever, this is the time.
Yeah, you guys are all isolated and forced to listen to us now, so we thought we'd start a podcast.
It's the perfect time to have a ton of viewers.
Yes, I know. So the point of this podcast is we wanted to bring in our real estate community, and we wanted to talk about the realness of our industry.
Yes.
So most of the time, you know, luckily, knock on wood, the real estate market has been very good to us in the last couple of years, and we are all very lucky and blessed to do what we do, but doesn't mean there isn't struggle with that, right?
Exactly.
Doesn't mean every day is a rainbows and butterflies.
Right.
And so something, excuse me, Katrina and I were talking about was, why don't people ever talk about that?
Exactly.
Like, why does everyone just say, oh, it's great.
Yeah.
Oh, it's awesome.
Yep.
Everything's going good. Because literally in my world, that is not the case. Some days I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm out. I'm out of here.
Right? And then I was telling you too, you know, like when you ask people, how are things? It's first thing they say, oh, I have, you know, this many escrows, or I'm super busy, my phone won't stop ringing. And then sometimes that can deflate you.
Yeah.
And be like, well, why isn't that happening with me?
Right.
What's happening with me?
Yeah,
you know?
what am I doing wrong?
You're right.
Yeah. So there's a little facade out there, which is, you know, FaceTime. Everybody does it a little bit. But I thought this would be a good space for people to come, join us, talk about how they've struggled, talk about how they've had to reinvent themselves.
Yep.
Maybe their ideas that they're doing now to reinvent themselves because everyone's at home.
Yep.
I mean, I was sitting on my couch last night at 7 p.m. and I'm like, man, I'm exhausted. I had like 4 conference calls yesterday.
I know.
It's almost sometimes as stressful as being out and about all the
Right?
time. But
Totally.
is that going to last for the next 2 weeks? Is it going to last for the next month, or however long we have to be that way? So we don't know.
I know.
So something that you and I really want to bring in is other real estate professionals to come join us and talk about, you know, their real talk of the real estate industry.
Exactly.
For sure.
And, you know, that's something that's kind of hard sometimes for people to do. You know, you have to be
100%.
authentic and real and, you know, put down all your barriers and your walls. And sometimes this industry, especially now, that's the time when we need it the most. We need to come
100%.
together as a community and just, you know, we've been here before. I know you know, started out years ago, and you you started out as a hairdresser.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so right out of high school, I was a hairdresser. I was not in real estate, obviously. I was a hairdresser for 2 years, so from 2007 to 2009 probably, I was a hairdresser. So during that time, I was in that industry when the real estate industry was going down.
Yep.
So I saw it, obviously. Yeah, I saw clients were few and far between. They weren't as consistent with getting their hair done, blah, blah, blah. But I had a great opportunity at that time. You know, I was really fortunate, and my dad sat me down and said, hey, you know, I know you've always wanted to get a degree. This might be the right time to do that. I'm starting a company. You can come join me and work for us and, you know, hang up the hair for a little bit and just have it.
That's good.
Just have it as a back, you know, as a backup if you need it. But so I did it. I took the opportunity. You know, it also came with him helping me with college. So luckily, thank God, I didn't have any student loan debt. So it was a great decision. I went back to college, got my degree in marketing, and I worked for my dad's company. It was coincidentally enough, a loan modification and credit repair company.
Oh my gosh. Those words scare me.
I know. Well, that was what was happening that time. That was what was going on. And it was very successful, obviously, because that was the time we were in. So it was a lot of great work experience for me. I ran a huge team of customer service, so I got a lot of good managerial experience. And then, you know, fast forward a little bit, I ended up at the company I was at before, Carrington. Random job I took just to move back. I had moved out to Orange County. I moved back to Murrieta, and I took a random job that my friend of a friend of a friend had, you know, and it was a restoration company. I worked there for, you know, a couple months, and then they're like, oh, by the way, we're closing this division of our company. I'm like, sweet. Awesome. So what am I going to do now? Luckily, at the time, the vice president of the construction division of that same company saw that I had a marketing degree and pulled me in, and At that time, his construction world was REOs, trash outs, rekey's, grass cuts, all those things. And that slowly was dying down at that point. There wasn't a ton of inventory that we needed to do all that stuff. So we had to switch that company from doing that type of construction to residential construction, which is kitchen and bath remodels, additions.
Plethora of things.
Plethora of things. And I did it for 5 years.
Awesome.
It was awesome. I loved it. It was a great company. Unfortunately, they're no longer in business. But again, I got a lot of great experience. That's where I built my network. You know, that's where I got to know everybody, pretty much everybody in this town. And I had a pretty good reputation. So did the company. And it was an easy transition for me to get into escrow at that point. So Corner approached me.
And I didn't know you until you went to Corner. And I remember, meeting you at the board. And, you were super cute and fun. And you were always smiling. And I just want to tell you, I commend you for, getting involved so quickly. And then you actually ended up getting Affiliate of the Year 2 years later. Yeah. That's a huge thing for you.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was a lot of work.
I bet. That's the work that's like, it's hard work.
Yeah,
totally.
It came from when I was in construction. I, bared down and grew that company and grew that network for, the first few years was hard work. It was a lot, 14, 16-hour days, 5, 6, 7 days a week, home shows, blah, blah, blah. So I took that experience, and when I went to Corner, I had a huge network of support, and I'm so grateful. This community was so supportive when I moved and switched industries. It was scary, but I just did that same work ethic, and I just bunkered down and hustled and went everywhere and did everything again just to kind of get my feet wet in the industry, learn the industry, meet the industry, and Affiliate
That's
of
really
the Year.
cool.
So it was fun, and here we are now.
I know.
Yes.
And it's funny. So I actually started in the industry, oh my goodness, in 1999. I
won't tell you how old I was then.
In real estate. It's so crazy when I think about it. 21 years, I just really? That's just went by crazy. But I got into the lending industry in 2002, which was a really good time, right? Everybody was 130 miles an hour all the way to 2008. Yeah. And I remember thinking in 2008, I was at my desk and I got an email, and it literally came over and said, fast and easy loans are no longer approved. And that's what they called them, fast and easy. They were stated income loans. Yeah. And full doc loans are now the only loans that we'll be closing. And I remember everyone's looking around going, what's full doc? Super confused, right? Yeah. And so we all had to, completely reinvent the wheel and learn, all of the new documentation and the way of doing loans. And it was just overnight different. Yeah. And we had to learn to simplify, our income completely changed.
Of course.
But then, around 2010 up till 2013, we started doing, short sales and REOs. And I remember I would get another email from an agent, and it would be an accepted offer. And I would think, please, God, don't let it be a short sale, because I know it's going to take 4 to 6 months to close that loan.
Oh, no.
Right?
Yeah.
But, those were the things we had to learn, and we had to, figure out how to keep going and how to make an income and to keep,
keep hustling.
Living the dream, exactly. Yeah.
Dang.
So, and then from there, after I kind of invented and hustled again, in OC and restarted over, we decided to move out here. And that was really fun, right? So going from, going to top again to having to start your business completely over. Yeah. And kind of from the bottom. Yeah. And I remember doing a lot of volunteering, which I do love. And it is really my heart. And thinking, wow, I'm in it, I'm really hustling, I'm really trying. I remember calling my girlfriend in Orange County and I've never worked so hard in my life. Yeah. And she's like, it'll all pay off one day. And it did. And I met Christian from Christian Dahlin Lending Team and started doing business development, which I love so much. Yes. It's been amazing. And I think that's why
you're doing a great job at that.
You are too. I think that's why you and I have this kindred spirit thing, because we do the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Our personalities.
Totally.
Bright and sparkly most of the time. So that's the point, right? That's the point of the podcast is to talk with other people in the profession and in the industry.
And our podcast is actually going to be called...
Get it, girl.
Go ahead, reveal it. Discomfort Zone.
Discomfort Zone.
I stole your thunder.
That's okay.
It was Lisa's name. She came up with the idea.
Yeah. So we really want to pull in our community, pull in our, our business partners and our clients, and have them in, and let's talk. Let's get them in the discomfort zone. Let's talk about how they've reinvented themselves, and let's talk about how they are reinventing themselves and what they're doing different and what makes them different. And just learn a little bit of the realness in the industry. It's a struggle and it's hard every day, and we all persevere, but let's hear about how we got there.
And I think also, I'm known for this. My platforms that I have, Instagram, Facebook, it's all positive, right? Of
course.
Killing it, hustling. I'm at everything. You go to everything.
Yep.
And, we don't really share that, when that loan fell out of escrow or that transaction fell apart or that appraisal came in low or, the sellers decided they didn't want to sell anymore. And
or your clients are screaming at you.
Yes.
Or, when you have those days.
Yeah.
And that's what we want to share here. That's where we want this to be a safe space.
Exactly. So if you want to come and get in the zone with us.
Yeah.
And
in the hot seat.
Yes. Then reach out to us.
Yep.
We're going to have all the information how to reach out to us on this video.
Yep.
And you can direct message us, text us, call us. We would love to have you on and, talk to you about your story.
Yeah.
And then if you feel it's a good fit, you can sit in the seat right here.
Yeah. Come on over. All right,
you guys. Thank you so much for listening to us today. And thank you,
you.
Lisa, for coming and doing this with me. I'm
My
so
pleasure.
excited to
Me
see
too. I'm
what's
so
gonna
excited.
happen.
It's going to be awesome.
It's going to be really cool.
We can't wait to see you guys.
All right.
Thanks.
Have a great day, guys. See you soon.